All right, good morning. How's everybody doing? Made it to the end. This is my diehards. Thank you for being here. The final session of the HR Technology Conference. Big shout out to my friends way down there. I like that group way in the side. Make some eye contact with you. How are you? Good group. I'm really excited about this session, the Ideas and Innovators session. Can I have the next slide, please? The Ideas and Innovators session is a concept that we didn't invent it. We started doing it at our Health and Benefits Leadership Conference a couple of times, where thought leaders, industry experts, just really smart people provide their insights and expertise or crazy, wild, innovative, challenging ideas on all things HR, technology, work, the workplace, leadership, and more. And maybe some other things even we're not expecting to hear at HR Technology Conference, but it'll just make you think. We've got a great lineup of speakers today who've waited patiently while we've worked through some stressful rehearsal time in the last hour or so. And just a couple of notes on what you'll see and how it works. We're using the Ignite format. It's a well-known speaking format. Anybody seen Ignite talks before in that format? Just the people who worked on these decks, it looks like. Well, good. So you're in for a treat. The Ignite format is a fast-paced, rapid-moving, rapidly changing format, but it's a very strict format. Each presenter has 20 slides. The slides will auto-advance every 15 seconds, resulting in a total talk time of 5 minutes. So each speaker's only talking for 5 minutes. I've done Ignite a couple of times myself. I will say this, from an audience perspective, it's great because it's fast-moving, it's changing. If one topic doesn't quite grab you, and 5 minutes later there'll be a different speaker and a different topic, which is cool. It's awesome. From a speaker's perspective, it's quite possibly the longest 5 minutes of your life. So many thanks to my speakers for doing this. It's a bit of a risk as a speaker. It's a bit of a challenge. And I think the nature of it being a challenge is why this group of people stepped up and were willing to do it this year. So many thanks to them. One other quick technical note, and I'm saying this on behalf of the speakers. We learned a lesson today about consolidating multiple PowerPoint decks and Keynote decks into one old laptop that didn't have a lot of custom fonts on it or wasn't quite prepared for all the really cool and elaborate things many of our speakers did. We did our best in the last hour to try to fix everything. You may see a slide or two that doesn't look perfect. The reason it doesn't look perfect is not your speaker's fault. I was going to say it's my fault, but I really don't want to take the blame for it. But all right, we'll say it's my fault and possibly Ed Chase's fault. One of our faults. All right, I think that's it for this. Let's switch the display to my deck up here if we could. All right, so I'm going to bring up the speakers one at a time. When they give me the high sign, I will kick it to their first slide, and then the countdown clock will begin. If the countdown clock somehow doesn't work, and we unfortunately didn't have a time to test every slide, I have the clicker speakers, and if I need to, I will click. All right, here we go. First up, Kris Dunn, the CHRO of Kinetix, good friend of mine. Thanks for being here, Kris.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck. No, you don't get this.
I don't get that?
No.
I tried. How's everybody? All right, a couple of things. First of all, who's ready for a car wreck? Because this is like NASCAR. The only reason people watch NASCAR is to see the pileup. And odds are there's a pileup. My job is not to be one of them. Also, I've got a question for you before I point to Steve and he starts the slides. Who wants me to do something very professional, or who wants a rant? Is it rant? Okay, then so to get me going and get the rest of our speakers going, we got to slow clap it out. We ready? Let's go. I'll lead. Go on. All right, I'm ready. Let's rant. Here we go, Steve. Hey, I'm Kris Dunn. I'm here to talk to you about lies, damn lies, and assessments in the recruiting process. Did I miss a meeting about the freaking assessments? Because I swear we've got some problems. That's what I'm here to talk to you today. Let's talk about why there are assessments. The reason is because your C-level and the 3 levels below them have books like Top Grading. And they've got books by Jack Welch. Okay? You guys have seen this on their bookshelf, right? And what that means is they think they're really good at hiring. But they're not. Because each one of them has a secret sauce, and it looks like this. They ask questions like, what's your worst flaw? What's your 5-year plan? You know, Stalin had a 5-year plan, right? So what we did as recruiting HR professionals is we brought in a controlling factor to control for that. We call it the assessment. Say hello to my little friend. And we thought it was going to go great. So let me tell you this. So I'm actually a fan of assessments for any of you that are in the business. Care so much about it. At our company, we actually train managers about how to get more out of assessments after we bring somebody in. Makes sense, right? So we did this big rundown of assessments to train our managers. What we found is that hundreds of assessments, about 90% of them are all based on the same technology and the same research. It's called the 5-factor model. Okay? So it's all the same research. And what that means for people like you and I is that when assessment companies try and sell us something, whether it's 6 factors that they measure or 20, they give us a 3-page report or a 30-page report, that's just giving us, that's marketing. That's a UI decision, right? That's all it is. So what I'm here to talk to you about with the rest of my time, I believe if you use assessments in your recruiting process, 1 page, 8 factors, I'm going to tell you what I think is important in that, and I'm going to tell you where most people screw it up. You ready? Let's do this. First one you need on that 1-page assessment report is cognitive. Okay, what this means is not IQ. What this means is it's processing speed. How good are you at making quick, accurate decisions? Last time I checked, nobody's asking for slow people, right? Nobody's asking for that. We make the mistake of thinking we can put low-cog people into high-cog jobs. Doesn't work. Because they have a 3-second delay. You and I are having a quick conversation. We throw it to that person, 3-second delay. But learned behavior happens. When they figure out they have that problem, they start trying to keep up. We call it professional Tourette's. They start blurting things out, okay? So cognitive's the first thing you need. Second thing you need is something called assertiveness, right? This guy. The no jerks rule. Donald Trump. We're kind of conditioned that, you know what, it might be good to bring low assertive people in because they'll become better teammates and they can still do this job. Funny thing happens, right? Tire tracks on their backs. So I don't want jerks in my organization, but I don't want to make the mistake of thinking low assertive people can be good in a lot of our roles. Next factor on your 1-page assessment thing, rules. A lot of you think, hey, high rules people love the operations manual, okay? And a lot of you think your company's so stable that high rules people make sense. We know in our recruiting firm it's not true. Your company's an absolute freak show. It's a freak show, people. You know it's true. You actually need low rules people who love the chaos. This is not good, man. So, okay. So let's keep going. I'll give you one big idea, okay? If you get nothing else from what I'm telling you, here's the hot combination. Low rules that can deal with the chaos and innovate a little bit. High details from an organizational perspective. Because what that means is they'll actually be able to execute their ideas. Couple more things. Team. We get tricked into thinking we want good teammates, and we do. But from an assessment platform perspective, high team isn't necessarily in your best interest, okay? What we love is to think about low team. Low team doesn't mean they're a bad teammate. What it means is they get motivated not by team scoreboards, but individual scoreboards. And a lot of your jobs, if you're doing things with performance management, you've got to have that piece, okay? The last thing I'll give you is something called faking good. It's a coachability index, right? And a lot of your assessments have it. It's key for you to have that because what you want to know is how coachable is somebody when they come in your organization. You can hire this guy, you just have to set some conditions when you bring him into the company. Okay, so in closing, this was not a car wreck. Can I get a slow clap coming out? All right, let's bring the next one up. Thanks, man.
That was amazing. I've never been less disappointed in anything. So, great job. Couple quick things for me. First off, thank you to our 9 speakers. I feel like now we're in the club. We have 9 new best friends. HR Tech Ignite veterans, Ideas and Innovators veterans. Huge round of applause for our speakers again today. I had thought wrapping up the conference, I would have said going in that the hackathon, the HR Tech hackathon we did yesterday, that was my favorite session of the conference. Now it's my second favorite. This was my highlight of the conference for me personally. So thank you so much. I just want to say a couple quick things. First of all, thank you to all our attendees for being here. Now, obviously, this conference is for you. We hope you had a great experience. We hope, of course, to see all of you back next year in Chicago for a change, and I think that's going to be exciting and fun. So hope to see many of you again next year in Chicago. Second, I want to thank conference co-chair Dave Shadovitz. I want to thank the team that puts on this show and executes the show, Ed Chase, Vicki Dennehy, Craig Lutman, and the whole team. I can't name them all. They do a great job for you, for our attendees, for our exhibitors, and for our speakers. So many thanks to the team at LRP for another great job. I had a great experience here again this year. I hope you did too. Please let us know what you think. Please fill out your feedback forms. We want to get better. We want to make this conference relevant for you and help you and your organization succeed. So with that, I say thank you, and I'm officially closing the 18th HR Technology Conference. We will see you next year in Chicago. Thank you.